Hello there, this is Pete and this is my office. This is where I sit day in day out and do lots of silly things on Facebook and edit all my photographs. At least I'm here most evenings anyway, after days travelling around to try and find something worth photographing. And this is a very rare thing for me to do, a video about me and my hobby and things that keep me happy and keep me busy. I don't know whether the camera's in focus, or it should be focusing on me, but you might be able to make out behind me there are some shelves with lots of cameras on and lenses and quite a few cameras and lenses anyway. And I thought I'd talk to you about them initially anyway. So this is something that started it all off. This is a 1970s camera. I think it was 1970s, it might be 80s. This is an OM camera, the OM1 Olympus system camera, and I just love these cameras. They're lovely metal, beautifully made. They take film, and they've got just a lovely feel to them, and they're just like an antique now, I suppose. I don't use these cameras these days to take photographs with. I might do eventually, I'm not sure, but right now I've got too many digital cameras to bother with. And the thing about digital cameras is that it's instant gratification. You don't have to pay for any developing, and you don't have to wait to see results. So as nice as these are, I thought no point in using these anymore. I'll keep them for a keepsake. It's like a nice paperweight if nothing else. But what I have got is a modern equivalent to that, and this is a digital version of the same camera. This is the OMD EM5 Mark II, and they are very similar in design, the similar sort of form factor, and almost the same size. Both made of metal, both got a similar sort of weight and a lovely feel to them. But the nice thing about the digital camera is, as I say, you get the instant results. Digital photography really started with a vengeance in the early 2000s, although I did have a few digital cameras in the 90s, some old Kodak things, and I think they had about 1 megapixel per camera. This camera's actually got 16 megapixels. It's a little bit old now. This is around about 7 or 8 years old, I suppose. But it's just a beautiful design and built to last. I think it's a really nice quality item. It's got a flippy tilty screen. It's a semi-professional camera. As I say, all metal. It's got a lovely weight to it, and when you take photographs with it, it's got a lovely sounding shutter mechanism. Pardon the beep. The beep was just it focusing. And that lovely little soft sound that gives is the shutter mechanism. Now on this camera I've got a 35mm lens, which is similar to that lens, I suppose. That's a 50mm lens on the old camera. This is a 35mm lens, although it's not called a 35mm lens. It's actually a 17mm lens, but because this is what's called a micro four thirds camera, 17mm is roughly the same sort of field of view as a 35mm lens, and that's more or less what the human eye sees, the same sort of field of view that your eye gets. That's what this lens produces, and that's my favourite lens. It's a 1.8 aperture, which means it's nice and bright. It's good for taking shots in low light, but it's a great everyday carry-on camera, and never lets you down. It's got a lovely little feature, which is a manual focus mechanism, and you pull this collar back and it's taking shots manually then, so you can focus by turning that particular collar around and push it back to get automatic focus, and when you press the shutter it'll focus on something and take a photograph, and then you can display it on your screen, which is great. I've got it paired with this lovely little flash unit which came with this camera, and it's a little tilty mechanism on this flash, and not only does it tilt, but it also swivels around, which is absolutely brilliant. I'm not sure I can take a photograph and make it flash for you. Let's see what's going to happen. Is it going to take? No, it's not. It's not taking one anyway, but never mind. That's probably because I've got it switched off, isn't it? Yeah. No. Nope. I'm lying to you. Anyway, for some reason it's not taking for us. Probably because of the fact that I haven't got it set up right now, or it hasn't got a memory card in there anyway. So that's my OMD EM5. And I'm talking rubbish, aren't I? And I'm probably lost you already. But we'll move on. I love Olympus cameras. And this is an early camera I got. This is from around about 2012, 13, something like that. No, maybe, yeah, about 2013. This is the Olympus OMD EPL 7. Yeah, the EPL 7. Very similar sort of size. Different sort of form factor though. This is it lacks a viewfinder. It's just got a screen, but obviously a very similar sort of form factor to the original. Similar sort of colours. You can see it's a silver and black theme, so a very similar sort of design, and I love that sort of aesthetic. This is a great camera because it's dead light. It's made of plastic, but incredibly tough plastic, or something in it which makes it special, simply because of the fact that I dropped this once from my roof of my house, and it fell 3 floors to the ground, bounced off the floor, bounced off the concrete. It's got a tiny little dent underneath, but it's fine, nothing wrong with it at all. It just bounced, and it works as good as it ever did. So obviously plastic and, you know, bounce back facilities, but these things, I think if I dropped it, there'd either be a hole in the ground in the concrete, or they'd smash to smithereens. They probably wouldn't survive, but this plastic one did survive. Anyway, this is great for taking out, because you don't have to worry too much about it. And the nice thing about this camera is that it's got a touch screen which you press to take a photograph. So wherever you want to take a photograph, you just, there you are, and that's how you do that. So it's a nice simple camera. I like taking it away with me when I go on little travels. This is my favourite of the two small cameras though, because it's a little bit more professional, I suppose. Now, speaking of professional, I have got a professional camera, and that's this one. This is the OMD EM1. This is the big brother of that one, but very similar sort of form factor. It's quite a lot heavier. Mind you, this has got a very heavy lens on it. This is an old 4/3 system lens, and I like using this. I use it with an adapter. This is a 2.8 Pro lens at the time, and it goes from 18mm up to 50mm, and basically when you have that like that, you don't need anything else. You can get most of your photography done with that range. If you're doing landscape photography or event photography, that's all you need. And the interesting thing is, although this is an old system, because of this great adapter on it, I get swift, just as good autofocusing with this lens as I do with my other lenses, and some of the Pro lenses almost as fast as some of my Pro lenses. But yeah, this camera doesn't come out with me too often nowadays, because it's getting old, I suppose, as much as anything else. I'm trying to keep it in good condition, because I think one day I'm going to trade this in for one of the new OM system cameras. Olympus themselves pulled out of making cameras a couple of years ago now, and a finance company bought out the camera making business. But they continue to make cameras, and they are making some advances now on artificial intelligence and computer driven photography, and basically it means that even idiots like me can take make great photographs. But again, similar sort of thing with the other cameras. It's got a pull-out tilty screen, so you can take selfies and things like that with it, or when you're doing video, you can see what you're videoing. This is all metal, weather sealed, and it's just a beautiful camera to take around with you. The difference, I suppose, between all these cameras, these are both very similar. That's just a very compact design. This is easy to use. The ergonomics on this are fantastic. All the buttons are exactly where they should be. I can use this without even looking at it. I know exactly how to operate it with one hand, so it's as simple as that. But you know, regardless, all these cameras, if I took a photograph with that one and then took the same photograph with that one, you wouldn't be able to tell the difference. They all take great photographs. So yeah, that's a little bit of my camera collection. I've got 5 OMD cameras. Actually no, I've got 7 OMD cameras. I've got 2 old, really old 4/3 system cameras, which don't get used anymore. Probably not worth trading in either. They're lovely cameras, though. I still get really good results from when I do use them. Yeah, these are the ones that get the most use, I suppose, now. I've also got a collection of Lumix cameras. Lumix is a brand you've probably heard of, Panasonic, National Panasonic, Japan. They also make micro 4/3 cameras, so my collection of Lumix and Olympus cameras all use the same format of lenses. So I've got a really good range of lenses to choose from, a lens for just about meeting every situation's requirements. So yeah, I enjoy taking photographs. Doesn't matter what the weather is, doesn't matter what time of year it is, doesn't matter where I go. I'm lucky living where I live. Saltburn has a train station, so within an hour I can be in Durham City, an hour and 20 minutes I can be in Newcastle, an hour and 20 minutes I can be in York, an hour and 40 minutes I can be in Leeds. So there's always somewhere to go, and I go to these places an awful lot just to take photographs. But also I've got the North York Moors and the coastline here in where I live, and I love walking across the moors and by the coast, and it's just it's a dream come true, honestly. Being retired, pursuing my hobby, taking photographs, getting involved in politics on Facebook, and creating all my rhymes and riddles and trying to make some sort of difference to the world the way I do it. Hopefully you can see what keeps me going. My photography is my passion. One day I will be getting to take photographs of my grandchild, I know I will, and hopefully one day I'll pass on a few of these cameras to my grandson. My son, I think, is probably eventually going to get interested in photography. He's just picked up a nice little point and shoot camera himself because he doesn't want to learn the ins and outs of using these, so he's got a simple point and shoot one. And of course these days your iPhone or your Android phone takes fantastic photographs anyway. In fact, my smartphone is created like a camera anyway. I've got a camera handle to it, which is connected by Bluetooth to the camera on the phone, and when I want to take a photograph I can press a button and take a photograph. So it's like a camera as well. And the results are really excellent. Again, you'd have difficulty to decide which was a photograph taken with a professional camera and what was taken by a phone these days. Why I use these? Please someone tell me. I don't know why I use them. They're so heavy to carry around compared with that. I mean, this, I can surf the internet, I can keep in touch with all my friends on Facebook. It allows me to take phone calls. I can't do a damn thing with this apart from take photographs. So why do I take this around with me? I don't know, but anyway, it's because I'm stupid, I suppose. But it keeps me busy, it keeps me happy, it keeps me out of trouble, and it gives me an excuse to get out and go about and see places that I wouldn't normally go to if I probably didn't have a camera. I don't think I'd go to places specifically to take photographs with my phone. If I pick up this on a morning and I want to go to Durham City to take photographs of the castle or the cathedral and the River Wear, or take photographs of Soburn Pier, I'd rather take this because I can do a little bit more arty work with this than I can with this, which will give you a flat, nice, bland panorama probably, but and the colours will be fine. And sharing it on Facebook, nobody would tell the difference. But for me personally, when I take these, I do print out some of my own photographs. So I've got a printer at home, and I've got volumes and volumes of photographs already printed up on A4. Must have cost me a fortune over the years, but it's a nice record of all the photographs I've taken over time anyway. So anyway, that's Pete, and hopefully I haven't made too many mistakes in this little video, and perhaps I'll do another video later on, depending on whether anyone likes this or not. Anyway, that's it for me. Thank you so much indeed for watching, if you've watched, and I'll catch you again somewhere on Facebook when I've worked out some more rhymes for you. Okay, bye bye now.